Hey Sagittarians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your October general reading here. Before I get started, a quick announcement. I am now over on Patreon. I'm doing so much extra content over there, a lot more personalized content as well. Collective readings. I just posted one about October that was pretty cool. Animal energy readings with advice and just a lot of extra content. I would be honored if you would join me over there. All that information is in the description box below. All right, so on to your meditation. Oh my gosh, it was something else. I was taken up into the stars and I saw the constellation of the Sagittarius, Archer, but in star formation. Then I heard you guys say, I let loose my arrow and so may it land. And it was this feeling of casting out your oar, your anchor, and like knowing that wherever it hit was going to lead you to somewhere better than you could ever think of on your own. It was like this beautiful, deep knowing that you're on your path. It feels really cool. Then I saw this image from a show called The White Queen. It was on Showtime, and it was the story of the Yorks in England back before Henry took the throne, but just predated the Tudor reign. And it's this image of her, and it's before she becomes queen, right? But she's like a widowed single mom after the War of the Roses has just ended, and there's witchcraft in her family, and there are women who can divine the future. And her mom tells her to take this fishing line and throw it into this like mystical river and to let it sit there and stew. And whatever came back on the line was her destiny. And there were like different lines cast. And so time goes by, she draws it to her, and it's this ring, like a ring in the shape of a crown. And thus she knew that her destiny was to be the next queen of England, even though all evidence was to the contrary. Like there was no way that this even looked possible at this point in time, right? She's a widowy single mom, gonna be the next queen of England, really? So there's something to that. But it felt really, 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 how do I put this? Just self-assured, walking in faith, but it just feel like I see this this grin, like this inner knowing of like, I know what's up. Right? I also get this Queen of Wands energy as well of your natural suit of fire. This Queen of Wands energy of just really enjoying your home, enjoying your material pleasures as well. Because the first thing that I heard was a cackling fire. Like sitting by a cackling fireplace. Yeah, exactly. And feeling just right at home, not feeling the need to run about or do the most or get to work or make it happen, knowing that you had already set your intention and cast out your line as it were, and that your destined path was going to be revealed in due time in any moment now. It's really beautiful, Sagittarius. I wish that I could bottle that up and well, I was gonna say sell it, but that doesn't sound very nice. But you know what I mean. It's a really lovely. It feels like it's a medicinal feeling almost. So you have a nightingale here, which makes a lot of sense. So the nightingale is about truth, right? And we're talking about knowing and trusting that the line that you cast out is leading you on your highest and best destiny. And I want to say that it's the word destiny keeps coming to the forefront. What's interesting here though around the nightingale though is that this is also about the truth but said sweetly or communicated sweetly. So it's that sweet truth, right? But the nightingale also equates with the Queen of Swords kind of energy actually, because there's this aspect of this little nightingale is completely allergic to lies or falsities, even if those falsities are self-made. So for example, if you are hanging out with someone, even if it's a family member, coworker, whatever have you, and they are so clearly not coming from an authentic place, but they have no idea, it's like there's this aspect of the nightingale that just is going to say something, maybe not directly, but just a piece of advice or a little anecdotal story, right? To kind of alert them or awaken them to the fact that they might not be coming from their most authentic place. There is a medicinal quality to this. I'm hearing the spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. There's an aspect of that here. But I love that casting of the line and drawing in your highest and best destiny and the truth of it, right? It's really cool. Okay. Let's see. What is the energy for Sagittarius for October? Ooh. So I'm hearing this song. It's called The Joy of Nothing by Foy Vance. The joy of nothing is the sweetest something I know. Something about that. The joy of nothing is the sweetest something I know. Anyway, 6 of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is beautiful. This actually makes a lot of sense with what what I just said about, providing that sweet truth or enlightenment to others, right? Or with and for yourself. So this is equal give and take, reciprocity. This is also being a benefactor. And I did see this image of you, it's like, hey, let me illuminate you to something. Let me, you know what I mean? But it's also, think about this. You're being your own benefactor of your own destiny. Remember what I said about casting out the line? And remember that shooting of the bow, wherever my arrow lands, so may it land, or so may it go, whatever it was. And then knowing that what comes back to you, or that it landed and that it hit its mark. That feels very much like 6 of Pentacles for me as well in this context. Because you are coming from a place of reciprocity and give and take with and for yourself. You cast out the line and you know that it's going to come back to you with what you desire, right? There's something about that. I almost want to say that there were blocks, previous blocks around you. These could have been blocks from childhood, this year, whatever, maybe based in fear that have been removed and lifted, okay? Discernment. I just heard discernment. Someone's learning lessons around discernment as well. When to speak up about something, how to communicate something. And I do think that you are finding, or that you are on the path to finding, that you really do catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, okay? Wow, King of Wands. Wow. So this is beautiful. This is you in your masculine form, right? But here's why I'm obsessed with this. The King of Wands is an expert on knowing when to act and when to be still. I'm hearing that Joy of Nothing song again. When to act and when to be still. He is the king of timing. Perfect timing. Again, casting out that line, right? But also showing discernment. Remember when I said I heard discernment? He's also the king of discernment because he never overexerts himself and never underdoes it as well. He just feels intuitively when to move and when to be still. Remember, the wands rule our actions, the actions that we take, what we're passionate about, our artistry, why we're here, right? So I love that this is coming up for you in this context. Oh, that's really cool. Interesting. See how he's sitting there? It's like the joy of nothing right here. You see how he's sitting with his hands together and his feet are kind of on the balls of their feet? So it's interesting here because he's still, but he's ready. It's an inner movement and stillness. It's a active readiness you're in for this month, and it feels really cool. It's like, ooh, what's on the other side of this, y'all? Okay. Okay, look at this. Look at this. He cast out his line and he knows it's going to come back towards him and be revealed. Like that's what it is. I'm so obsessed with this for you. Okay. What else is going on? Oh, hello. Hello. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Okay, I'm really obsessed with this because this is really storyboarding really beautifully. So the 3 of Wands, the 2 of Wands. Let's take it back a half step. The 2 of Wands is being open and discerning and noticing what changes want and need to be made within your given circumstances in order for you to get to where you want to be. The 3 of Wands is actually putting those into formation and action and making those needed edits, cuts, and plans. See these tools here? It's working on that dream, right? It's getting the boat full before the 4 of Wands, where you're actually like reach your destination, right? So it's beautiful here with the 3 of Wands. This is setting out, right? You cast your line, it comes back to you, you have all that you need, and then you set out towards it. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's a very active energy, but it's also tempered with an energy of stillness as well. It's like expectancy, but in a really healthy way. It's poignant in particular. 6 of Coins. The Fool. So, yeah, I mean, hardly a surprise. Here's what I'm obsessed with, though. Do you see these power lines? It's like casting out the line. getting it back. I'm also let's just go with it here. The dove is the symbol of divine love, also divinity and spirit. So literally casting out the line in spirit, bringing you back, like, you know, it landing, right? So the Fool is fresh, brand new starts, taking leaps of faith. There's no reward without risk, all of that good stuff. Remember what I said, that this kind of felt like reciprocity within for yourself, right? That you were giving and receiving within for yourself, and then it's the Fool. Yeah, this is about you. Now, it is about the people in your atmosphere as well, but I feel less directly. I feel like it's a matter of, you know, I keep saying it, I keep feeling it. There is this deep sense of satisfaction that comes from knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are on your highest and best path. Yeah, it feels really good, and it does feel new. There are aspects that are new in nature. Whether it's you're leveling up, or it's embarking on a new line of work, or expanding upon it, or expanding your friend group and really meeting like-minded people. There's something new about it that is reciprocal in nature and also of the long term. King of Wands. Tell you the number of times this has come up in these October readings. I'm all about it. The Activist, you don't say. So this is the Page of Swords with the King of Wands. So here's what I'm really obsessed with. Remember when I said that he was really about knowing when to move and when to be still, and then we have the Activist with the Page of Wands. Remember how I said the Nightingale equates to the Queen of Swords, which is about discernment and how you say things. The spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down in the most delightful way. The Page of Swords is communication, right? It's also insights and thoughts, right? Because the swords rule the realm of the mind. So you do have sword energy here too, with that Queen of Swords energy as well. So I feel like this is within for yourself as well. I feel like this has to do with the newness, because remember, pages represent a new energy or a novice energy, or embarking on a new line of work or thought process or realization, right? This is you waiting on your returns, knowing that they're coming and then coming towards you. But I also want to say there's a special note, because it does say the Activist on it. See how she's holding a loudspeaker? Like, this is what I have to say. I do feel like this is embedded in, influenced by, or will directly influence your mission on this planet, your soul purpose, why you are here, what you have to say, how do you see the world, and what gifts do you have in particular that no one else has, that need and want to be shared with the world, your community, etc. Whether that's through writing something, social media, speaking your truth in your community, within your group, and then having the ripple effects be, you know, from that central point, whatever that is for you. It feels important. Why are you here? What are your gifts? You're casting out that line. This is you being on your destined path with the Activist. It's really cool. Yep. Also notice that the loudspeaker isn't up. She's not actively talking. She's waiting for the moment, right? But she's ready. It's that inner movement and stillness. Inner state of readiness. Three of Wands. Timing really is everything. Oh, hi. So this is Six of Cups, obsessed. So it's interesting because on here it says pleasure. Traditionally speaking, the Six of Cups has to do with nostalgia, right? Childhood, also soul connections in the past. I have to say that it's funny because how it's depicted here, it's technically Six of Cups, but it gives me a Nine of Cups vibe, which is about wish fulfillment. Right? I have to tell you that this very much feels like with this Three of Wands, that part of this line being brought back to you, part of this path that you're on, is directly tied. Like I said, the Six of Cups also has to do with soul purpose, because it has to do with your past, your childhood self, why you were incarnated here and what you're here to do as your mission statement, as your purpose, right? But the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups, like it looks like wine. I get a very Nine of Cups vibe from this. And because it says pleasure, that feels like the Nine of Cups as well. Which is, again, about wish fulfillment, but it's also about an abundance of things. I feel like there's a dual message in this, which is you are going down this path in your destined road, and not only is it going to be particularly abundant for you, but it also has a lot to do with like-minded people and how do I say this? mirrored souls, because I'm really drawn to the reflection, and then the two hands clasping here. It's like a yin and yang thing that I'm getting, right? It feels like you're in very good company. And you're attracting, it's like you're putting out the call to your tribe, to the people who, but it feels new. It feels new. It feels like you're attracting new people, because I feel like there's this energy that's been going on, especially with the Queen of Swords, of releasing relationships that have reached their expiration date, that no longer serve for either one of you. And this could be within for yourself as well, right? It's like a refurbishment. And so then it attracts new towards you that just feels like, oh my God, wow, I'm so glad I let go of X, Y, and Z so that I can manifest you or y'all or this, right? It's this feeling of moving steadily into the future from a place of confidence and happiness and sweetness and focused intention. Okay. Wow, this feels really nice. Okay. I'm going to get an animal oracle to end. Let's do it. Let's do it. Whew. Oh my God, how did I miss that? Remember when I said in your meditation that I saw the constellations and I saw the archer and the constellations, and then we have the stars here? Did anyone else notice that before I did? It's like, hello, open your eyes, hello. All right, animal oracle for y'all. Oh my God. I love this so very much. Okay, so we have work, beaver. So I'm really obsessed with this because we've been talking all about soul purpose, why you're here, moving forward in your destined path. What are your particular gifts that you're here to share with the world? And then nightingale, right? Doing so, right? In divine timing, as you feel the, the call and the movement, and you get the signal and the go ahead to do so. How beautiful is this? I'm also obsessed with this castle here because this also equates to sort of 8 of Pentacles energy for me, which means talent meets hard work equals rewards, right? Talent meeting hard work equaling rewards. That's what this is, okay? But I also want to point out there's this energy of the beaver builds the dam and then the community comes, right? There's about building it and I just heard that. Build it and they shall come. Build it and they shall come. Build it and they shall come. And again, this is also attracting, I'm getting this strong vibe around attracting like-minded souls, new soul family that you share the same mission with. It's the time for that, right? I want to say that too because it's 27, 7 plus 2 is 9. I was feeling that in your meditation too, and I forgot to mention it. I was picking up a very distinct 9 of Pentacles energy, which is about entrepreneurship, independence, solitary enjoyment, and success, right? Standing on your own 2 feet and believing that you're getting to where you're going before you can even technically see it, right? You can feel it. You may clairvoyantly be able to see it, but you know what I mean. Build it and they will come. It's like you're a beacon, you are calling towards you like-minded souls that are aligned with your purpose. And you're all going to work together as a community and influence and help each other. 6 of Pentacles, the Fool, right? This is really beautiful, Sagittarius. And it feels light and sure of itself at the same time. It doesn't feel heavy or like you're here to do this work and you're the wounded healer and you're going to have to take some hits, but know that you're healing the collective. And I don't mean to make light of it, but I mean to say that was your energy for a while. I remember it. But now it's like, it's light, and you're about to get some rewards back, and you really have undergone a metamorphosis of sorts, and this is the reward of that. Enjoy this month, I want to say to you. Enjoy this month. You have more than earned it. Whenever the beaver comes up, good Lord, there has been some work done, honey. In whatever way, shape, or form. Enjoy this month. It's yours to enjoy, okay? All right, Sagittarius, wow. I so hope that this helped and resonated with you. This is your October general reading. If it did resonate, would you please let me know in the comments below? I love reading your comments so much. I'd really appreciate that. I'd love to hear how this landed for you. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so very much for being here. And as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.